Hi guys, it's Alyssa again, and today I will be sharing my story about, back when I was 15 years old, I went to India, and that was possibly my first trip where I actually took proper photos and sort of documented a little bit about the trip. Um, I did go to several countries before that, but didn't really get to take any pictures or videos or anything much. So I will be sharing a bit about India first. I don't remember much. It has been 10 years ago, um, so it's gonna be, I'll just gonna be telling you whatever I remember. I was in Jaipur, I guess, all the time. I went there for a school trip. It was a school trip, and most of the time I was at a school for a conference. But I did get the chance to go out and explore a little bit. So let's go to the beginning. Day one, we flew with Air India, and the plane was, I would say, like maybe 90% were just males, just men, mostly Indians. Like, I have to say that there was a very strong smell on the airplane. Like, just being really honest here, like I smelled a lot of armpit smells. So that's the truth. My female friend next to me she was holding her passport and she was just like, trying to ventilate. Okay, I had vegetarian, but it was surprisingly good. I said surprisingly because I've seen a lot of people reviewing, general food on airplanes are not that good, but that was pretty good. So I don't remember what I had, but probably some curry food. But it was good. I enjoyed that. And then when we landed, it was, I think, already evening or night. So there was a bus that picked us up, and it was quite a long ride. So the bus stopped by somewhere, and we just had a toilet break. I remember going into the bathroom, and there was this lovely little lady. She was standing there with a pile of tissues, smiling. Just when I reached her, she handed me a piece of tissue with a smile, and in my mind I thought, oh, how kind of you, thank you. So I just said thank you. I took it, said thank you. Right at that second, 10 rupees. So I thought, oh, okay, no, take it back. I'm not taking that. I'm gonna buy my own tissue and, safe. The places I went to, excuse my pronunciation, Buland, Darwaza, Panch Mahal, in Fatehpur Sikri. I went to India Gate just a little bit, Agra Fort, and Danta village. Of course, also Taj Mahal. Yeah. So, since I think everybody knows about Taj Mahal, I'll just tell you a bit about that. There were many people. I think there will always be a lot of people because it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's very touristic. So there's like a popular shot where people like to stand far away in front of the building, and they make that little pose where they, kind of like touch the tip of the building. So I got my friend do that for me, and then there was this rather professional looking man with a camera coming, and he offered to take a photo. So when he did, he immediately asked for money. I don't remember how much, but I just said, no, I don't like the outcome of it. It's not how I wanted it to be. So I just said, no. He was very pushy. He was like, no, buy. Like, he was very pushy. So I was like, no. I didn't have money. I was a student. I was a 15-year-old girl. So I just had to be aggressive sometimes and just sternly said no. everywhere else I went that were touristic would have a lot of children who sell you something or begging for money, so a lot of beggars. Very sad actually. And I remember there was this little boy and he came up to me. I think he was like 5 years old or 6. He was really small, and he just came up to me with a little board game like chess. He just said, Miss, 100 rupees, 100 rupees, chess, yeah, 100 rupees. I said, no, I don't want, no thanks. 50 rupees, miss, 50 rupees. I said, no, I'm not interested. Go somewhere else, bye. 25 rupees, miss, please, 25. Oh gosh, he, from 100 down to 25, I still said no. And I don't regret saying no, because my friend pitied that little boy. She decided to buy something. And right at the moment when she gave him the money, and well, when she bought it, there was like a herd or a swarm of kids chasing after her, like out of the blue. Thankfully, our teacher was there, like a big man. So he was kind of chasing the kids up, like really using his big body and his voice just to like chasing the kids out. So yeah, that was like my friend's experience that I've witnessed. So I decided I'm not gonna buy, because I don't know who is behind all these kids or who are behind these kids. I don't know where the money's gonna go to, don't know how the kids are treated, no idea, and I rather just not support that. Sometimes in front of these beautiful historical sites, you have some random guys coming up to you and ask to, take a photo with you. And while I've never really minded, I mean, I wasn't in a hurry, I just okay, agreed. I was not alone, so I felt rather okay, safe. It was in the middle of the city, yeah. So yeah, from my experience, I had no issues. They just took photos and that's it. But there was one case where like one person asked and I said yes, and then that guy was like, hey. And then again, it's like those swarm of kids. Now it's like a swarm of guys coming and taking, it's like a huge family photo. I was a bit stunned, and I'm like, okay, suddenly all these people come out of nowhere and to take this huge photo. Okay, well, I did check everything around me. Nothing was stolen. Everything was still there. Everything was fine. So that's something that might happen to you. Of course, you can say no. It's fine. It's up to you. Your choice, of course. And for the ladies, please cover yourselves. Cover your shoulders. Cover your legs, please. Because my friend, well, she was rather curvy. That one day she wore a tank top, so like her chest was rather revealed. I guess I just wore like a t-shirt like this, plus my body isn't nice. So so what happened was my friend was literally, again, like literally surrounded. She was encircled by men with their cameras, with their phones. They were just taking photos of her, just literally like aiming for that. Oh gosh, I was shocked. We were shocked. We were very, like, it was so humiliating and so shocking that we were surrounded by maybe 5-6 men in the middle of the city, in the middle of touristic places. I was so angry. I just wanted to take their phones and smash it to the ground. That's really how I felt at that moment. So I just tried to help my friend cover herself up. I don't remember exactly where that happened, but I mean, anyway, it can happen anywhere. So so please just be cautious about what you're wearing, and I guess you can always be aggressive and just not just be like no, but literally like, get out of here, just F off, Fine. I mean, these guys are probably uneducated. I don't really blame them. They probably come from a much poorer, worse background. And of course, this is all from experience. I'm definitely not generalizing this. I have tons of amazing Indian friends, so there's of course as in most Asian countries, the social economic dispersion. So don't get me wrong, yeah, I am not talking about the general. This is just from experience, and this is just a specific group of people who have done this to us. We've come across tons of really nice people as well, and I, like I said, personally have a lot of amazing Indian friends. But on the bright side, the places were really beautiful, super nice, very historical. The architecture is amazing, just hard to believe, like it's so detail oriented. Regarding food, just well, if you've never had Indian food, I highly suggest you to prepare yourself by maybe try eating Indian where you are living. I'm sure there are Indian restaurants everywhere. So try like having that first before going there, because they can cause you food poisoning or diarrhea, yeah, rather easily if you've never had it. So try to adapt with adapt your stomach by eating where you live first, and maybe bring some pills that help you stop diarrhea. My most shocking meal was breakfast. There were cornflakes and a bowl and milk. So I put the cornflakes in a bowl and poured milk. That bowl was quite thick. It was like thick ceramic, so I didn't feel anything until I took my first bite. My tongue was boiling. It was so hot. I was so shocked. Like, why would they put boiling milk next to cornflakes? You always have cornflakes with cold milk. So I asked the staff, like, why do you have cold milk? Why is this hot? And they just said, oh, well, the milk here comes directly from the cows and they're not pasteurized, so they just boil to kill the germs. I asked, what about ice? But then, some people did warn me about, the fact that ice cannot always be trusted. You don't know what kind of water they freeze, with. So better not just take ice from somewhere random. So again, need to be careful with food. But other than that, I think generally Indian food is pretty good. I really like it. My favorite dish is butter chicken. Yeah, Indian bread is great as well. I love both naan and roti, so highly recommend it. And the last spot is Danta village. Yes, so that's a bit of a special place for me because it's not touristic. I saw nobody, just locals. I don't even remember why they took us there. But I remembered that there were locals who crafted, they had handicrafts, and I was treated like a princess there somehow. They gave me this beautiful yellow garland, and I don't remember how it happened, but at one point I was sat in the middle and then again surrounded by locals just for a photo shoot. It just felt surreal. I felt like I felt a little bit like a celebrity, although I've done nothing. And they gave me this little, like as a gift, they gave me this little phone case that they've weaved. That was really lovely. Somewhere nearby they also had like a Indian bread making session, so I kind of got to experience doing that, but I didn't get to eat it. Just got to make it. Yeah, that was pretty much all I remember from my trip, my first trip in India. So well, after that I went back quite a few times, but in other cities in India. So yeah, that was my first experience as a 15-year-old girl in India. I would say overall I enjoyed it, no regrets. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it has been useful and helpful, even though it was 10 years ago. Yeah, so if you enjoyed it and thought it was helpful, please do subscribe if you haven't done so, and stay tuned for my next video. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.